You are not merely a passive observer of life, you are the very architect of your experience. The universe is not a cold mechanism governed by chance or luck, but a living, conscious presence that responds to the vibrations you emit through your thoughts, feelings, and assumptions. To understand this is to understand the sacred law of creation that operates within you and through you the universe unfolds. When you awaken to this truth, you realize that the universe does not limit itself to the mere exchange of material wealth. It is infinitely creative and generous, ready to pour miracles into your experience. Not just money, but blessings, solutions, opportunities, and transformations that transcend all worldly measures. The key to receiving these miracles lies in the simple yet profound act of assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled and living as if your miracle is already in your possession. To act as if is not a mere mental exercise or idle daydream. It is the very act of entering the reality you desire and embodying it in every fiber of your being. When you assume the feeling that miracles are constantly being deposited into your life, you align yourself with the creative power of the universe. You shift your frequency, your consciousness, and your vibration to that which attracts and manifests the miraculous. It is vital to grasp that miracles are not random or arbitrary events. They are the natural consequence of a consciousness that no longer doubts, but believes and knows. Your state of consciousness is the fertile ground from which all outcomes arise. If you dwell in scarcity, lack, or fear, you remain locked in a reality that reflects those beliefs. But when you dare to assume the state of abundance and miracles, you call forth the invisible power that fashions your world. Consider the universe as a vast reservoir of infinite possibilities, where every desire, every hope, and every prayer is received with absolute certainty. When you act as if miracles are daily occurrences in your life, you do not merely invite money or material gain. You invite grace, healing, unexpected joy, and synchronicities that defy explanation. This is because the universe recognizes not the superficial content of your wishes, but the feeling, the faith, and the consciousness behind them. This state of acting as if demands sincerity and a complete abandonment of doubt. To pretend or to fake it superficially will not suffice. The feeling of the wish fulfilled must saturate your mind, emotions, and even your physical demeanor. Live and move as though your miracles are already reality. Speak, walk, and think in alignment with that truth. This is the sacred law in action, the law that transforms thought into form. In practical terms, this means when you wake each day, you set the inner state for your miracles. You visualize not just money, but the abundant flow of blessings in all areas of your life. You see doors opening where once there were walls. You feel the relief of problems dissolving, and you sense the power of grace moving in your favor. You act with confidence, gratitude, and unwavering faith, knowing that the universe is depositing miracles as surely as the sun rises. You may ask, how can I be sure this is not mere wishful thinking? The answer lies in experience and in the understanding of consciousness itself. The universe responds to your state of being, not your surface demands. It is not about asking and waiting with anxiety. It is about embodying the end result now. By doing so, you shift the very fabric of your reality. The invisible responds to the visible assumption. There is a story to be told about every soul who has mastered this art. None have called it magic, though it appears so to those unawakened. It is a natural law, as immutable as gravity, yet infinitely more powerful because it is governed by your inner world. To act as if the universe deposits miracles is to acknowledge that you are a divine being, co-creating with infinite intelligence. This realization frees you from the limits imposed by past experiences, social conditioning, and the voices of doubt that have shaped your reality thus far. Miracles are not reserved for the chosen few or the exceptionally lucky. They are the birthright of all who dare to believe and live from that belief. It is often said that money is the root of all evil, or that it is scarce and difficult to obtain. But money is only one form of the abundance that the universe offers. When you shift your consciousness beyond the mere accumulation of wealth and open yourself to miracles in all forms, You transcend limitation. You become a magnet for all manner of blessings, improved health, loving relationships, unexpected breakthroughs, and creative inspiration. In this state, your external circumstances begin to reflect your inner transformation. Problems once overwhelming become manageable as solutions present themselves effortlessly. Opportunities arise at the perfect moment. People show up who align with your purpose, and you find that miracles are not extraordinary, but ordinary aspects of your daily experience. Understand that miracles are not always loud or dramatic. They may come quietly, as a sudden insight, a change of heart, or a gentle nudge in the right direction. When you act as if the universe deposits miracles, you become finely attuned to these subtle signs and welcome them with open arms. Your awareness expands, and you no longer miss the blessings that surround you. This conscious way of living requires discipline and devotion to your inner world. You must guard your imagination as a sacred temple, knowing that what you entertain in your mind shapes your outer world. Every thought that supports your miracle nourishes the seed of creation. Every doubt or fear starts it. Acting as if miracles are already yours is not arrogance or escapism. It is a profound acceptance of your divine creative power. It is the recognition that the universe conspires with you when you align with a feeling of fulfillment. This feeling is the magnetic force that draws forth what you desire from the unseen realm into the seen. As you practice this, you will notice a shift in how you relate to your circumstances. No longer are you a victim of conditions or dependent on external validation. Instead, you become a conscious creator, shaping your experience with the power of your assumption. There will be moments of challenge, moments when your outer senses tell you otherwise. Yet these moments are tests of your faith, opportunities to reaffirm your commitment to act as if your miracles are real. Persistence in this assumption is the secret to transformation. Remember, the universe does not measure miracles by the standards of human logic or limited belief. It moves beyond time and space, delivering what you require at the perfect moment. Your task is simply to hold the vision and the feeling steady, allowing the invisible hand of creation to do its work. Your life, therefore, becomes a living testament to the power of assumption. You inspire others, not by preaching or convincing, but by embodying the miraculous flow. Your joy, peace, and abundance become undeniable evidence of the unseen reality that governs all things. In this way, you become a beacon, a lighthouse guiding others from the darkness of limitation into the light of possibility. You show that miracles are not rare gifts, but the natural outcome of living in harmony with the creative law. Let this truth sink deep into your heart. The universe deposits miracles, not just money. Because your being is not limited to physical form or material wealth. You are an expression of infinite intelligence, capable of manifesting all that you can conceive and feel as real. Do not confine your desires to the narrow borders of what seems practical or likely. Stretch your imagination beyond the visible horizon and welcome the miraculous. Act as if the universe has already made the deposits, and watch how life rearranges itself in response. You will find that the more you give thanks in advance for miracles, the more reasons you have to be thankful. Gratitude is the twin flame of assumption. It fuels the creative process and opens channels for even greater blessing. Through this practice, you come to understand that miracles are not gifts bestowed by chance or divine favor, but the natural expression of your awakened consciousness. The universe mirrors back to you the state you inhabit, so live in the end, live with feeling, and let miracles be your daily reality. When you truly embrace this way of being, you begin to see that your entire life is a stage upon which your consciousness plays the leading role. The environment, the people, and the events you encounter are but reflections of the state you occupy within. There is no power outside yourself greater than the power within. The universe waits patiently for you to awaken to this truth, to assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled with unwavering conviction. This process is a sacred dialogue between your inner world and the outer world. Every thought you nurture, every emotion you entertain sends a signal into the infinite, creating ripples that manifest in time and space. When you act as if the universe deposits miracles, you are engaging in a powerful conversation with the divine, one that honors your creative power as a conscious co-creator. It is often said that miracles happen to others, to the fortunate few, or in distant lands far removed from the humdrum of everyday life, yet nothing could be further from the truth. Miracles are the natural birthright of everyone who can embrace the fullness of their own creative consciousness. You do not need to wait for a dramatic event or a supernatural intervention. You need only to awaken to the truth that your state of consciousness is the fertile soil from which all miracles grow. When you begin to act as if miracles are being deposited into your life, you open the door to a new dimension of existence. You shift from a mindset of scarcity, struggle, and limitation to one of abundance, ease, and infinite possibility. This is not a simple mental trick, but a deep transformation of your identity. You are no longer the person who lacks or fears. You become the person who knows and receives. This knowing is the silent power that moves mountains. It is the certainty that what you have imagined with feeling is already yours in the realm of the invisible. This invisible realm is not distant or separate. It is the source of all form, the origin of all manifestation. By living in this invisible reality as though it were tangible, you cause it to reveal itself in the visible world. Your imagination is a laboratory of creation. It is the sacred space where the seeds of your desires are planted and nurtured until they blossom into tangible realities. When you cultivate your imagination by acting as if miracles are being deposited, you water these seeds with the essence of faith, and they grow into mighty trees of fulfillment. Do not be deceived by the outer appearance of things. The world you see is a reflection, not the cause, of your inner state. Change the state, and the world changes accordingly. This is a profound truth that many overlook, caught as they are in the apparent solidity of their circumstances. But you who understand this principle hold the key to unlocking the miraculous at any moment. To embody this principle is to live a life of joyful expectancy. You greet each day not with fear or hesitation, but with a confident assurance that the universe is conspiring in your favor. You see every challenge as a disguised blessing, every setback as a setup for a greater miracle. This attitude is the magnet that draws the miraculous into your experience. When you act as if miracles are your natural state, your energy shifts. You begin to resonate at a higher frequency, one that attracts like energies. This is why miracles often come as a series of synchronicities, unexpected events that seem to defy logic, but perfectly serve your highest good. These are the universe's way of letting you know that you are on the right path. You might wonder how this translates into your daily life. It means cultivating the habit of living from the end. For example, if you desire financial abundance, do not dwell on bills or debts. Instead, imagine the feeling of having your financial needs effortlessly met. Picture yourself paying bills with ease, enjoying your wealth and using it to bless others. Feel the gratitude as though this is your present reality. Extend this practice beyond money to all areas where you seek miracles. If you desire healing, feel the body whole and vibrant. If you seek loving relationships, live in the feeling of being deeply loved and appreciated. If you want creative breakthrough, sense the flow of inspiration as though it is already yours. By living in these states, you allow the universe to bring forth miracles that align with your deepest desires. The power of assumption requires consistency. The mind loves to wonder, and old habits of doubt and fear can reassert themselves. But when you gently but firmly return to the feeling of the wish fulfilled, you reaffirm your creative authority. This repetition is the discipline of faith, a faith not blind, but born of knowing the law of consciousness. It is important to understand that acting as if does not mean ignoring reality or pretending that difficulties do not exist. It means choosing where to place your attention and energy. The creative process demands that you focus on what you want, not on what you fear. By doing so, you align yourself with the invisible power that can move mountains. Miracles are often associated with extraordinary events, but most are quiet and subtle. They appear as a timely call, a new opportunity, a moment of clarity, or a sudden release from worry. When you live expecting miracles, you become attuned to these signs and grateful for their arrival. This gratitude opens the floodgates for even greater blessings. Your inner conversation shapes your outer world. When you speak kindly and positively to yourself, you nurture the conditions for miracles to manifest. When you speak in doubt and complaint, you reinforce the blocks that delay manifestation. Therefore, guard your thoughts and words as precious instruments of creation. The universe is abundant beyond measure. It is the infinite source from which all good things flow. To act as if miracles are being deposited is to tap into this source with confidence and joy. You claim your inheritance as a divine child of the universe, entitled to all the riches of spirit and matter. Felician, do not wait for permission or perfect conditions. The power is already within you. By assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled and living as if your miracles are present, you release the creative forces that transform your world. This is the essence of mastery, the art of conscious creation. You will find that the more you live in this state, the more effortless life becomes. The burdens of worry and struggle fall away, replaced by a lightness of being and an openness to receive. This openness is the fertile ground in which miracles take root and grow. As you cultivate this way of being, you will notice changes not only in your circumstances, but in your character. You become more patient, more loving, more compassionate, and more attuned to the needs of others. Miracles flow not just to you, but through you, touching the lives of those around you. This flow of miracles is not limited to your personal desires. When you live in alignment with the law of assumption, you become a channel for the universe's abundance to move freely. You serve as a living testament to the power of faith and imagination. Every moment offers you a choice to believe in limitation or to act as if miracles are already yours. Choose wisely, for this choice shapes your destiny. The universe waits for you to step into your power and claim your miraculous inheritance. Remember, you are the artist of your reality. Your imagination is your brush, your assumptions the colors with which you paint the canvas of your life. When you act as if miracles are being deposited, you create a masterpiece of abundance, joy, and fulfillment. Do not be discouraged by appearances or temporary setbacks. The law of consciousness is patient and persistent. Your steady assumption of the wish fulfilled will eventually manifest in the visible world. Trust the process and remain faithful to your vision. As you journey deeper into this understanding, you will discover a profound peace that transcends circumstances. This peace is the fruit of living in harmony with the creative law. It is the quiet confidence of knowing that miracles are your constant companion. In this state, you no longer fear lack or want. You know that the universe is infinite and its abundance is limitless. You live in the joyous expectation of miracles, open to receive in ways beyond your imagining. Let this awareness infuse every action, every thought, and every breath. Let it become your way of life, your natural state of being. Act as if the universe deposits miracles, not just money, and watch how your world transforms. You are the embodiment of divine power and creative intelligence. Your imagination is the gateway to all miracles. By assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled, you awaken this power and invite the miraculous into your life. No longer bound by fear or doubt, you move forward with confidence and grace. You see the unseen, believe the incredible, and live the impossible. This is your birthright. This is your destiny. Hold this truth close to your heart. The universe is always working in your favor, depositing miracles as you live in the end. Embrace this truth, live it fully, and become a living miracle. As you continue on this path, you will find that the miracles multiply and expand, touching every aspect of your existence. You become a beacon of hope, a source of inspiration, and a testament to the power of faith. In this way, the universe and you dance together in perfect harmony. Your life becomes a symphony of miracles, each note resonating with the joy of creation. Live boldly, imagine freely, assume confidently, act as if the universe deposits miracles, not just money, and step into the fullness of your divine potential. To fully embody the truth that the universe deposits miracles and not just money, you must cultivate a deep inner awareness of your own creative power. This awareness is born through stillness and contemplation, where you listen beyond the noise of the world and connect with the silent voice within. This voice, the essence of your being, knows no limits and holds a blueprint of your highest good. When you act from this place of inner knowing, you release resistance and open yourself to the flow of miracles. Resistance is born of doubt, fear, and the habit of focusing on what is lacking. But when you surrender these limiting thoughts and align with the feeling of the wish fulfilled, you become a conduit for infinite abundance. Miracles are expressions of this abundance, often arriving in forms you may not expect, but always perfectly suited to your needs. They may come as a shift in perspective, a new opportunity, a healing, or a profound moment of insight. When you live as if these miracles are already being deposited, you train your consciousness to recognize and receive them. This practice transforms your relationship with time. Instead of feeling trapped in a linear progression of waiting and hoping, you enter a timeless state where the end is already present. You live now in the reality of your fulfilled desire, and this timeless state draws the future to you with magnetic force. To act as if is to live with faith that transcends the limitations of the five senses. Your senses show only fragments of reality, but your imagination reveals the whole picture. By trusting your imagination and feelings more than the apparent facts, you align yourself with the creative power that shapes all form. It is important to nurture this faith daily. Let it become a sacred ritual, a devotion to your own power and to the limitless intelligence of the universe. Through meditation, visualization, affirmations, or simply a quiet knowing, reaffirm your assumption that miracles are your natural inheritance. You may notice that as you do this, your energy changes. You feel lighter, more joyful, and more connected. This is the vibration of miracles, the frequency at which the universe's abundant blessings flow freely. When you maintain this vibration, you create a magnetic field that attracts everything you need. Your actions will naturally begin to reflect this inner state. You will find yourself taking inspired steps that feel effortless and aligned. These actions are not forced or desperate, but arise spontaneously from your new state of consciousness. This is the dance of co-creation, where you partner with the universe in bringing forth your desires. As miracles manifest, remember to honor them with gratitude. Gratitude is not just a polite response. It is a powerful force that amplifies your connection to abundance. By giving thanks, you acknowledge the presence of the miraculous and invite even more blessings into your life. Let go of any attachment to how your miracle should appear. The universe is infinitely wiser than your limited human mind and will deliver what you need in the perfect way and timing. Trust in this divine wisdom and remain open to surprises and unexpected gifts. Acting as if the universe deposits miracles is ultimately an act of love. Love for yourself, for life, and for the creative power that flows through all things. When you live from this love, you embody the highest truth of your being and become a living miracle. Continue to nurture your imagination and feeling, and you will find that miracles become a steady stream rather than rare occurrences. Your life becomes a celebration of divine possibility, a journey marked by wonder and joy. In this way, you fulfill your highest potential and inspire others to awaken to their own power. The ripple effect of your faith and assumption reaches far beyond your immediate experience, contributing to a world where miracles are the norm. Know this: you are the miracle you seek. The universe is simply reflecting back to you the reality you choose to inhabit. Choose wisely, choose boldly, and act as if your miracles are already here. As you walk forward, remember that the universe is not limited to dispensing mere money or material gain. It is a boundless source of miracles, ready to manifest in your life when you align your consciousness with a feeling of fulfillment. Acting as if these miracles are already deposited within your experience is the key to unlocking this flow. This is not a call to wishful thinking, but to living from the end, embodying the reality you desire with faith, gratitude, and unwavering conviction. When you embody this state, you shift your vibration and open the channels for miracles to manifest in countless forms: healing, opportunities, relationships, insights, and yes, financial abundance as well. You become a magnet for all that the universe has to offer. The process requires patience, persistence, and a deep trust in the unseen power that governs creation. Above all, this journey is an invitation to reclaim your divine creative power and to realize that miracles are your birthright. By choosing to act as if miracles are already being deposited into your life, you transform not only your circumstances, but your very self. Step boldly into this truth, live it fully, and allow the miraculous to become your everyday reality.